What is up, friends? Glad to be with you here today for another movie reaction. This one is going to be Apocalypse Now. It's the second exclusive for August, and I've been really looking forward to this one because going way back to where the channel first started, kind of around a month into the channel, I watched the Godfather trilogy, which was directed by Coppola, and this movie is also directed by Coppola, so it's great to finally revisit him as a director. And also, I believe this one stars Marlon Brando as well, so this will be my second exposure to him outside of The Godfather. And I know that there's 3 versions of the film out there, and so I did a little bit of research, looked up what a lot of people recommended, what people were saying, and it seemed like the overwhelming majority said, especially for a first time viewing, that I should go with the theatrical cut. And so that is going to be the version that I'm going to be watching for this, and so hopefully you have the same version, but I'm just going with the bare bones original, which I assume is the one that gained all the notoriety anyway, so I'm assuming that this version will be a great one, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I don't really know much about what the movie is, what the plot is. I know it's a war film, and so again, we've been watching a lot of those recently, so definitely cruising through a lot of the classic war movies. But I think the only quote I know from this, and I may be wrong, it may be from another movie and I just thought it was from this, but I think there's a line in this movie that's like, "I love the smell of napalm in the morning," and there's just a guy and like a bunch of smoke in the background. But as far as I know, that's the only thing I know from this movie, so I should hopefully be going in pretty blind as to what is going to be happening. But I'm excited. Obviously, that probably makes the best reactions to watch for you guys, is when I don't really know much beforehand, but it is a decently long runtime as well, and so I'm sure we'll get some good character moments. We'll probably get a lot of good action scenes, although I don't know the set pieces when this takes place, where it takes place, if there's any sort of battles. But if The Godfather is any sort of indication into the skill of the director, I'm sure I'm going to be in great hands for the movie with Coppola behind the scenes. And so really excited to get into this one. Hopefully you guys are excited to watch along with me, again watching the theatrical cut. And so let's go ahead and get into Apocalypse Now. And now, if I'm remembering my dates correctly, this would have come after The Godfather, so I'm guessing that his technical skill has probably improved a little bit. Whoa, dang! That's freaking crazy. I was not expecting that. The frame seemed so serene and peaceful there. I also forgot to mention that after recently watching Tropic Thunder, I did see some people say that it was doing a little bit of a parody of this movie, and so it'll be interesting to see if I recognize any of those moments in this now. I don't even know what war this takes place in. In Tropic Thunder, they were in Vietnam, right? So maybe it's the Vietnam War?
I'm still only in Saigon. Every time I think I'm gonna wake up back in the jungle. I'm here a week now, waiting for a mission. Every minute I stay in this room, I get weaker.
Some excellently written dialogue so far. Love the look into his mental state, and that's interesting that he wants to be in a war zone so that he can keep up his skill level. He's clearly been quite affected by the war. Oh, dang. Just shattered that. Bloodied his hand bad. What the heck is going on with him? He's breaking down, it looks like. What an interesting opening scene there.
Everyone gets everything he wants. I wanted a mission, and for my sins, they gave me one. Brought it up to me like room service.
This guy's got a good narration voice. Very compelling.
We have orders to escort you to the airfield. There's no charges, Captain. You have orders to report to ComSec Intelligence in Nha Trang.
Oh, wow, he's a captain. Dang, I would not have guessed that.
It was no accident that I got to be the caretaker of Colonel Walter E. Kurtz's memory. There is no way to tell his story without telling my own. And if his story is really a confession, then so is mine.
Like that he's overlaying that narration over shots where not necessarily a ton is happening. So he's accomplishing 2 things at once.
Your report specifies intelligence, counterintelligence with ComSec ICOR.
I'm not presently disposed to discuss those operations, sir.
Was that Harrison Ford? That was a really quick shot, but it looked like him on first glance.
I thought we'd have a bite of lunch while we talk. I hope You brought a good appetite, Captain.
That hand there, you wounded?
That's a little fishing accident on R&R, sir.
Not quite. This man's a quick liar, though.
You've heard of Colonel Walter E. Kurtz?
He joined the Special Forces. And after that, his ideas became unsound.
Now he's crossed into Cambodia with his Montagnard army.
Yo, it is Harrison Ford. What? I can't believe he's in this. That's the last person I expected.
Colonel Kurtz was about to be arrested for murder.
Kurtz had ordered the execution of some Vietnamese intelligence agents. Men he believed were double agents.
So is his mission going to be to go and find this guy, bring him back?
But out there with these natives, it must be a temptation to be God. Sometimes the dark side overcomes what Lincoln called the better angels of our nature.
The earlier scenes seemed like he was starting to succumb to the dark side that this guy's talking about.
He's out there operating without any decent restraint, and he is still in the field commanding troops.
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
Interesting. So his crime was being wanted for murder, and now they're asking this guy to go murder him. Sounds like a risky mission, especially based on this guy's psyche so far. I like the setup, though. Definitely interesting being on an undercover mission that no one will ever know about. So even if you succeed, they might say congrats, and that's the last you'll ever hear about it.
I was being ferried down the coast in a Navy PBR. They said it was a good way to pick up information and move without drawing a lot of attention.
It'd be interesting to see if he shows up and meets this guy and he's like a seemingly normal guy, because that would certainly make it a lot harder.
Couldn't believe they wanted this man dead. Third generation West Point, top of his class, Korea, airborne, about 1,000 decorations, etc.
Oh, Marlon Brando is the guy he's going to kill. Interesting. Shoot, that was a twist I was not expecting. Not really a twist. Well, for me it is, not knowing any of the info, because I thought he was like the main character of this.
He made 3 requests for transfer to airborne training, Fort Benning, Georgia, and was finally accepted. Airborne? He was 38 years old. Why the f*** would he do that?
I like that there's a little bit of mystery to this, trying to figure out who this guy is.
Smoke!
It was the air cab, our escorts to the mouth of the Nung River, but they were supposed to be waiting for us another 30 kilometers ahead.
Whoa, what a shot. Just looks like one big death trap right there. This is an impressive shot right here. Holy cow, there's so much happening in the foreground and the background. Seems like the type of shot where you want to get in one take because it's too hard to set up for another.
I understand the Trang has briefed you on the requirements of my mission.
What mission? I haven't heard from the Trang.
Sir, your unit's supposed to escort us into the Nung.
Very covert mission then, if they're the only ones that have been told about it.
Hey, Colonel, I think one of those sailors is Lance Johnson, the surfer. Wait, hey, sure.
It just completely changes. His interest is on the surfer, not the guy dying.
Pretty solid surfer bar out. None of us are anywhere near your class, though. No way.
I'm not used to seeing an officer like that change into like a more giddy, awestruck personality.
Let us pray with confidence to the Father in the words our Savior gave us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
It's crazy trying to have that meeting while there's explosions going off right near you. Definitely an impressive movie so far from a technical side. Coppola definitely spared no expense in making this. He went all out.
It's pretty wide delta, but these are the only 2 spots I'm really sure of.
Well, that village you're pointing at's kind of hairy, Willard. I lost a few recon ships in there now and again.
Love the smoke or fog, whatever's going on in the background. It's a great visual look, but also adds some great depth.
Sir, we can go in there tomorrow at dawn.
The draft at the mouth of that river may be too shallow. Now we'll pick your boat up and put it down like a baby right where you want it. First of the night, air calves, son. Air mobile.
The lead actor's not Michael Douglas, is it? Almost felt like he looked like a younger Michael Douglas there in those scenes. Next time I see him, I'll have to see if I still feel the same way.
I never have got used to a light board.
He didn't really look like Michael Douglas there in that shot.
Put on Cy Warhawk, sing it loud. And the Romeo Foxtrot, shall we dance?
I do recognize this song being played in like war sequences, so I don't know if it's just that I've seen like this moment at some point in time or if other movies have parodied it. Man, if they're always playing that song at full blast when they're coming, and if they've kind of wreaked havoc before, anytime you hear that now, you'd just be terrified. Just absolutely annihilating all of them. There's such an interesting combination of visuals and music. The visuals are all just like explosions and death and everything, and the music does not necessarily reflect that emotion. I mean, the music is kind of like a triumphant feeling, so for the people in the choppers, it works.
6410, we're over the village right now. I think I see a vehicle down in the courtyard. I'm going to check it out.
I mean, this filmmaking is incredibly impressive as it is. I can't imagine in 1979 seeing something like that in the theater. Oh, dang! I thought it was peculiar that she threw her hat in there. The most unsuspecting people will get you if you're not careful. Oh my gosh, dude! How did he pull off some of these shots? Like, just getting one shot like that in a movie would be commendable. But it's just one right after the other.
I'm on the tree line bomb! Over to the Stone Age, son!
Hawk 12, Dove 13, roger. They need some napalm down in the tree line.
Oh man, they're about to light this place up. I wonder if this is the thing that they mimicked in Tropic Thunder with that big explosion at the beginning. Oh my gosh, dude, that is pure epic cinema, my gosh.
You smell that? Napalm, son! Nothing else in the world smells like that. I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
There it is. That's the line I knew. That's insane that he drops it right after the entire horizon explodes.
If that's how Kilgore fought the war, I began to wonder what they really had against Kurtz. It wasn't just insanity and murder. There was enough of that to go around for everyone.
That's an interesting point. I feel like there's definitely some more to his story than they're telling him.
How come they call you that?
Call me what, sir?
Chef. Because you like mangoes and stuff?
I'm a real chef. I'm a saucier.
What's a saucier?
We specialize in sauces.
I love the scenery right now. I feel like this scene is too calm. Something's gotta be coming up. Oh, what? Oh gosh, that kind of scared me. What the heck? I was not expecting a freaking tiger. Oh my, I thought it was just a soldier that was gonna walk out of there. Jeez, dude.
I don't want to do a dog. I just want to learn to dog, man.
Chef's lost his mind. Holy, that moment broke him.
Never get out of the boat unless you were going all the way. Kurtz got off the boat. He split from the whole program. How did that happen? What did he see here that first tour?
Dang, amazing lighting right here. That's sweet. His face surrounded by darkness.
Kurtz knew what he was giving up. The more I read and began to understand, the more I admired him. His family and friends couldn't understand it, and they couldn't talk him out of it.
Well, I was not expecting him to start to sympathize with him before he met him. I was thinking it would be once he met him, if it happened at all.
Kurtz staged Operation Archangel with combined local forces. They were going to nail his to the floorboards for that one. But after the press got a hold of it, they promoted him to full colonel instead.
I feel like this guy's not going to kill him. He's going to join him by the time they finally arrive.
This sure enough is a bizarre sight in the middle of this.
Expecting us this time?
Damned if I know.
Those are some bright lights. Jeez, what is this place, man?
3 drums of diesel fuel, PBR5. Come on, man, move. We don't have...
Oh, wait, is that Lawrence Fishburne? I recognize his eyes and his teeth. He looks a lot smaller here than his later movies.
Destination's classified. My third priority papers from ComSec Intelligence 2 Corps.
Okay, right, sir. Hey, listen, it's a real big night. $8 for that camo.
Man's a bit of a loose cannon as well. Not afraid to do a show of force. Whoa, what the heck? So it's like a mini amphitheater there. That's pretty dope.
I said, how you doing out there? To all of you out there who worked so goddamn hard on Operation Brute Force.
Kind of interesting giving us these moments as well, because it makes it feel less like I'm just watching a movie move along through a plot. It makes me feel like I'm just there experiencing things with the people. That's a whole lot of men who haven't had any action in a while, so that's about the most captive audience you could have. He doesn't seem to be quite as enamored by them as everybody else. Either he's not interested or he's just better at controlling his emotions. Oh my gosh, man. Dudes can't contain themselves at all. What the heck? Maybe a showing like this of people just going crazy over some dancing women is going to drive him even more towards Kurtz's ideology.
No wonder Kurtz put a weed up Command's ass. The war was being run by a bunch of 4-star clowns who were going to end up giving the whole circus away.
I don't think the people who sent him on this mission planned on him changing his mind so much.
Kurtz orders assassination of 3 Vietnamese men and 1 woman. 2 of the men were colonels in the South Vietnamese army. Enemy activity in his old sector dropped off to nothing.
Seems to me like he's a pretty effective leader. Definitely must have had some inside intel for that hit.
We're going upriver about 75 clicks.
That's Cambodia, Captain.
We're not supposed to be in Cambodia, but that's where I'm going. You just get me close to my destination and I'll cut you and the crew loose.
How's he expecting to get there if he's just on his own, leaving everyone else behind though? I guess he probably at this point is planning to stay there once he gets there, so it makes sense.
The alleged victims were 4 Vietnamese double agents. We spent months uncovering them and accumulating evidence. The charges are unjustified.
My only thought on that then is if Kurtz is in fact correct and those guys were double agents, then whoever's in charge of this and accused him of murder is probably another double agent. I'm excited for this reveal though whenever he actually finds him, because they've definitely been building up him a lot to this point.
Well, let's forget routine now and let him go.
These boats are running supplies in this delta, Captain. I'm gonna take a look.
Love that they're, I assume, really out there on a river, which makes the experience so much better, so much more immersive.
Boarded and searched.
Baskets and ducks.
That dude is ready for a fight. Almost looks like he wants one.
Chef, get on that boat!
There's nothing on it, man.
Get on it!
All right.
Chef just wants to cook. He's not the one you want to send out there. Just sending him out there as bait.
Go back and check the yellow can. Check the yellow can. She was sitting on it. What's in it?
Oh my gosh, man. That dude did not hesitate. I mean, maybe that girl was going to attack him and they needed to be that quick, but if they open that and there's nothing in there, that dude's got some blood on his hands.
That's what she was hiding, huh? See what she's running for?
Puppy!
Oh my gosh, dude. This dude killed them all for a puppy.
She's hurt. We're taking her to an Arvin.
What are you talking about?
We're taking her to some friendlies, Captain. She's wounded. She's not dead.
Get on this shit.
The book says, Captain.
Whoa, this guy, dang, he has one cold heart. He's got his mission now and he doesn't care about anything else.
We'd cut him in half with a machine gun and give him a band-aid. It was a lie. Those boys were never going to look at me the same way again. But I felt like I knew 1 or 2 things about Kurtz that weren't in the dossier.
Now, I guess with him being so infatuated with the idea of who he thinks Kurtz is and the way he's changing his personality to kind of align it with who he thinks he is, if he shows up and Kurtz is completely different, he'd probably feel pretty defeated and almost betrayed.
Captain, where you going?
See if I can find some fuel and get some information. Take me up the other side of the bridge.
Somebody go with him.
Man, such a cool shot. Lighting in this has been next level. I don't know what it is about war films, but they're just some of the best examples of effects and lighting, the good ones, that is. Man, this is tense. This is so well filmed. I feel like I'm actually there with them right now. Just the ambient sound design is so cool.
It's real close.
Oh, that's insane accuracy. Just pretty much blind firing him and getting him. What a freaking moment. My heart was pounding.
There's no diesel fuel, but I picked up some ammo. Let's move out.
Did you find the CO, Captain?
There's no CO here. Let's just get going.
Dang, these people are just surviving on their own out here.
You know which way, Chief.
You're on your own, Captain. Do you want to go on?
Just get us upriver.
Can't imagine acting in a scene like that and just being blessed with a director who does things in camera like this. Makes your effort as an actor so much easier and natural because you don't have to imagine things as much. You're really there in it.
There has been a new development regarding your mission. Months ago, a man was ordered on a mission which was identical to yours. We have reason to believe that he is now operating with Colonel Kurtz.
Shoot, so he's not the only one who's been taken by Kurtz's ideology and path. Coppola was the first one to use smoke bombs as an artistic... Dang, startled me. Dang it, dude, I let my guard down. This movie lulled me to false sense of security. Oh no, that guy's dead. Looked like he got shot.
Chow! Check out Clean! Captain, he's it! Clean's it! Where'd the dog go?
Shoot, man. These guys are probably gonna start getting upset, losing people and not knowing the reason why. They certainly have a lot being asked of them right now, putting their lives on the line for not only a mission that they don't know what it is, but likely a mission that's not even going to be completed properly because the guy's so on the side of Kurtz. That'd be kind of spooky being amidst all that fog and not knowing what's 5 feet in front of you.
We stopping.
You're not authorized to stop this boat, Chief.
I said I can't see a thing, Captain. I'm stopping this boat. I ain't risking no more lives.
I'm in command here, goddammit. You'll do what I say.
Dang, the captain's getting a little persistent.
He was close. He was real close. I couldn't see him yet, but I could feel him, as if the boat were being sucked upriver and the water was flowing back into the jungle.
Jeez, all those bodies. Captain's definitely become obsessed. Arrows, what? That's freaking unexpected. The sound design of that, though, is so cool. It sounds like they're just falling everywhere around me. Dang, yeah, these guys are deep in the jungle. Oh no, dude. Doesn't look like they're just trying to scare him anymore. They're going for the kill. There's only 2 of them left now, right?
Part of me was afraid of what I would find and what I would do when I got there. I knew the risks.
Well, Coppola definitely did improve on his technical aspects of filmmaking in this. I thought he might have, and he certainly did not disappoint. The way some of these long dissolves mixed with kind of the ethereal music just kind of put you in a trance momentarily.
Just keep moving. Keep your hands away from the guns.
What is this place? Oh, I just noticed all the people standing out there. Whoa, those are people right there. They just paint themselves. I totally thought they were just like pillars in the water or something. I love that they started that shot from so far back and then just let the reveal happen slowly. Bro, this is incredible scenery. Oh my goodness.
It's all right. It's all been approved. I ain't coming in there. Them bastards attacked us. Stop it with your siren, man.
Dang, there's an American in there.
I'm an American. American civilian. Hi, Yanks. Hi, American.
What the heck? Why is there just this random American in there with all of them?
Who are you?
I'm a photojournalist. I've covered the war since '64.
Who are all these people?
They think you've come to take him away.
Take who away?
Him, Colonel Kurtz.
Oh, dude, they found him. It's about dang time. Let's go. I did not expect going into this movie that I'd have to wait so long to see Marlon Brando.
I can tell you something like the other day, he wanted to kill me. He said, if you take my picture again, I'm gonna kill you. And he meant it. So you just lay cool.
The way this guy's describing him, he seems a little bit crazy. I'm so fascinated by this right now. Oh, is this the other guy he read about who had the original mission? If that is the guy, he looks like he lost his mind a bit.
I just want to talk to him.
Well, man, he's gone away. He's gone away. He disappeared out in the jungle with his people.
I'll wait
he
for
feels comfortable with his people.
Also, I hadn't mentioned it yet, but I am watching the 4K disc of this, and the transfer is stunning. Amazing how good a film can look after so much time.
He's worse than crazy. He's evil. I mean, that's what the man's got set up here. Man, it's pagan idolatry. Look around you.
It seems like all the fantasies he had about him might not be correct.
If you don't do anything, get out of this joint.
Whoa! There's the title of the movie. Our motto, Apocalypse Now. I was wondering when the title of the movie would come into play.
Take the radio, and if I don't get back by 2200 hours, you'll call in the airstrike.
Wow, I did not expect this guy to be one to start ordering airstrikes, unless he's lying about it.
Everything I saw told me that Kurtz had gone insane. The place was full of bodies. If I was still alive, it was because he wanted me that way.
That'd be so terrifying, just to be surrounded by strangers like that, not knowing if they could kill you at any moment. Whoa, that camera move, dude. What? That was so cool.
It smelled like slow death in there. Malaria, nightmares. This was the end of the river, all right.
Oh, are we gonna finally see him?
Where you from, Willard?
I'm from Ohio, sir.
Were you born there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love that they're hiding him in shadow right now. The way it's perfectly shading that area of his face. Oh man, I'm living in suspense right now. I want to see his face.
They say why? Why they wanted to terminate my command?
I'm so enthralled right now. This is so well filmed.
I was sent on a classified mission, sir.
It is him, just that glimpse. So interesting that he's only giving us small peeks at his look.
They told me that your methods were unsound.
Are my methods unsound?
I don't see any method at all, sir.
Man, this conversation's so intimidating just because of everything we've learned about him. He isn't necessarily being intimidating besides the lighting making him so, but just all the knowledge of the film leading up to this is making me so tense.
Are you an assassin?
I'm a soldier.
You're neither. You're an errand boy sent by grocery clerks.
Wow, there he is. Holy cow. That was not the look that I was expecting for him in this. That was a fantastic line by him, though, there.
Why? Huh? Why would a nice guy like you want to kill a genius?
Shoot, dude, he came all this way and became so enamored with him and thought he might be able to join him, only to become a prisoner.
He likes you because you're still alive. He's got plans for you. I'm not going to help you. You're going to help him, man.
Oh gosh, man, that's pretty frightening or creepy to hear. Just hearing that he's got plans for him because he's alive.
I'm asleep. I've been dreaming I'm on the boat.
I guess he did give Chef commands, so if he gave him accurate information, at the very least he could blow the place up.
Hello, Almighty, Almighty. This is PBR Street Gang.
PBR Street Gang, this is Almighty standing by, over.
The direction of this movie is nothing like I was expecting. This is so different from every other war movie I've watched recently. It's almost like really not even a war movie, just happens to take place during a war. What? Oh, jeez. That's a bit of a frightening camo job right there. This looks like a dude you do not want to mess with. Oh my gosh, dude, that's horrifying. Poor Chef. Dude, he's completely alone now. What the heck is going to happen at this point? Is he just gonna get freaking tortured to death? This has turned into quite a hopeless situation. I mean, he's feeding him. Or these people are, at least. I guess I still don't really know what his plan is for him.
It's very simple dialectics. No maybes, no supposes, no fractions. There's only love and hate. You either love somebody or you hate them.
I I'm just so taken aback right now with where this story has ended up, in a good way. Like, I'm just in awe of this. Like, I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen.
It's impossible through words to describe what is necessary to those who do not know what horror means.
I'm so fascinated every time he speaks.
Horror and moral terror are your friends. If they are not, then they are enemies to be feared.
From a technical side, man, this movie is incredible. Love the way that he's playing with darkness.
We left the camp after we had inoculated the children for polio. We went back there, and they had hacked off every inoculated arm. There they were, in a pile.
His acting right now is so captivating. I'm just eating up every line delivery he's giving.
You have to have men who are able to utilize their primordial instincts to kill without feeling, without passion, without judgment.
This is the most I've been like glued to the screen during a monologue scene in a long time. Just can't take my eyes off him. And this is like the least action-y type scene of the whole movie, I feel like. Yet this is the most I'm invested.
If I were to be killed, I would want someone to go to my home and tell my son everything. Because there's nothing that I detest more than the stench of lies.
Partly because of how the rest of the movie was, this whole sequence since he's gotten here has just felt so surreal. It's like all other worries of war or battle just like completely faded away once he started speaking. I don't even necessarily know what to take from his dialogue right there. All I know is that I'm fascinated by it. Oh, what? So freaking cool, man. I recognize that shot from the cover of the disc I have. It looks so incredible though, with context and in the moment. Man, the filmmaking right now is so incredible. The music, the shots, the sound. Man, my heart is freaking beating right now. The way it's cutting back and forth between them slaughtering the animal and him killing Kurtz, and just the intensity of the music rocketing up. This is some pure, absolute art right here. I'm speechless, dude. This is incredible. Willard actually went through with his mission. For a little while there, I didn't think it was going to happen. Fascinating dialogue choice there as well for his last words. This is a truly unique and incredible cinematic experience. Dude, is he going to basically take Kurtz's place and pretty much rule over these people? Are they dropping their guns because he dropped his weapon that he had there? Is he just gonna take that guy and peace out since he was the other soldier who deserted? I did not expect him to leave right there, dang.
Calling TVR Street Gang. TVR Street Gang, this is Almighty. Do you read me over?
Oh, wait, was it that guy who he brought back with him? I thought he might be dead. I was thinking it was the other guy he ran into initially, who was one of the guards for the place. Wow, holy cow, dude. That was one of the most unique, surreal, and enthralling cinematic experiences I think I've had. I don't even know how to process everything. The movie took such a drastic turn once they got to Kurtz's Island. I felt like the movie itself wasn't necessarily a war movie in the likes of the other war movies I've been watching recently. It definitely had some war elements, and it kind of had some early on big battle type moments, but it felt more like the war itself was just a set piece. But once we got to the Kurtz scenes at the end there, the entire time it was just like a sensory overload for me, and I don't really know if I understand everything that happened at the end. I don't know if I'm supposed to. All I know is I loved every last second of that ending. Especially, I was like speechless for a lot of the time. I tried to like talk so it wasn't just me sitting there in silence, but for a majority of it I just really didn't know what to say. I was just so captivated by what I was watching, and Marlon Brando's performance was entrancing. I was so just hypnotized by the way that his dialogue was delivered, by the way his scenes were lit, how he was always kind of like half in darkness, sometimes fully in darkness. It was just pure art there at the end, and Coppola just did things that I've never seen or experienced in a film before there. I can try and pretend to kind of dissect what all the meaning was there at the end. Obviously, Willard left and got out of there. He completed the mission, but he was a completely changed man there at the end. I don't know if there's any sort of symbolism in the way that the first scene was done with all the overlaying images, and kind of how it was a little bit more exciting and upbeat, and maybe a little bit more in favor of like the coolness of what we were seeing with explosions and helicopters and everything. And it was a much more bright image, but then all the overlays at the end where he was floating away on the boat, and the horror line kind of repeated there, and how it was dark. Maybe that just represents the change in him and his opinion of the war and of maybe just his life in general. I'm not 100% sure. This is definitely one of the most peculiar movies as far as I don't understand necessarily what I watched, but it didn't affect my enjoyment or love of that ending. And maybe it's clear what I should get from this. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm just missing something, but definitely have to think about it a lot. Maybe watch some like explain videos or things like that. The visuals of this movie are some of the most fascinating I've ever seen. The effects and the rest of the movie were already amazing, and I commented on that a lot, but the effects, the lighting, the colors, the scenery there at the end was just unlike anything I've seen before. It just felt like a completely foreign experience, and it was definitely interesting to watch Willard's character development throughout the film up to that point, because he had become kind of so into the idea of what Kurtz was after reading those files and imagining things in his mind. And as an audience member, you kind of become enamored with the idea of him as well. And then once you get to it, it's just very different from what you would expect. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this one, especially since this is just a Patreon one for now. I definitely would appreciate any or all of you guys who watch along with me to share your thoughts on it. I would love to discuss this film more, hear maybe what things mean, your interpretations of it. But man, just what an experience. So different from what I was expecting coming into this. I just cannot believe what I just watched, but hopefully you guys were entertained watching along with me, and hopefully my reaction was enjoyable. But I appreciate your guys' support as always. Look forward to experiencing more movies like this, although I don't know if I'll ever experience another movie like this. Nonetheless, excited to get into some more great ones with you all, and so until the next one, I'll see you all later. Peace.